You bought a Honda because it's supposed to run forever, right? Well, it won't if you're ignoring these signs. Even the most reliable engines don't die overnight. They drop subtle hints weeks before a total meltdown, and these hints are completely ignored until you're stuck with a $4,000 mechanic bill. So if you notice any of these 4 warning signs happening under your hood right now, your engine is in some serious danger. 4. Excessive oil consumption. Starting off our list is one of the most overlooked warning signs of all, and that's excessive oil consumption. At first, it may not seem like a major problem. Maybe you're adding a little oil between oil changes. Maybe the low oil warning appears occasionally. Some owners also notice a faint burning smell after driving, while others spot a little smoke coming from the exhaust during startup or acceleration. However, because the engine still runs normally, many people assume it's just part of owning an older vehicle. But that's where things can become dangerous. Excessive oil consumption is often the engine's way of telling you that something inside isn't sealing the way it should. Potential causes can include worn piston rings, aging valve seals, PCV system problems, or general internal engine wear that develops over time. In some cases, the oil isn't leaking out of the engine at all. It's just being burned during combustion without the owner realizing how much is disappearing. This is especially important for certain Honda engines. If you've got a V6 Accord, Pilot, or Odyssey from around 2008 to 2013, listen up. Honda's cylinder management system on the J-Series engine burns oil so badly that it actually triggered a class action lawsuit. Higher mileage direct injection Honda engines can also become more sensitive as wear accumulates and maintenance history begins to matter more. But the real danger isn't when you lose oil. It's what happens when the oil levels stay low for extended periods. Oil is responsible for lubricating, cooling, and protecting critical internal components. Once levels begin dropping, friction increases, temperatures rise, and wear accelerates throughout the engine. What starts as a minor consumption issue can eventually contribute to much larger and more expensive mechanical problems. Unfortunately, many owners respond the wrong way. Instead of investigating why the engine is consuming oil, they simply keep topping it off and continue driving. Weeks turn into months, months turn into years, and the underlying problem never gets addressed. That's why excessive oil consumption should never be treated as normal without understanding the cause first. If your Honda is regularly losing oil between services, finding the source early is much cheaper than waiting for the engine to tell you something is seriously wrong. But oil consumption isn't always the first warning sign. Sometimes the engine starts talking to you in a much louder way. If this is already saving you a huge repair bill, hit the subscribe button, because I break down stuff like this every single week. 3. Knocking, ticking, or metallic engine noises. You're driving home in your Honda when you notice a faint ticking sound. It's nothing dramatic. The car is still running fine. You don't see any warning lights, there's no smoke, and no obvious problems. So you do what most owners do. You keep driving. But that was your mistake. Because a few weeks later, the tick gets louder. A month later, it's there every morning during startup. Eventually, you're turning the radio up because hearing it is becoming annoying. One of the biggest mistakes Honda owners make is treating every engine noise the same. Because not all noises mean the same thing. A light ticking sound may be something relatively minor. Direct injection Hondas naturally produce some injector noise, and certain valve train sounds can be completely normal. But other noises deserve immediate attention. For example, a deeper metallic knock, especially one coming from lower in the engine, would be a very different story. That's where mechanics start thinking about things like rod bearing wear, lubrication problems, or internal engine damage. In many cases, these issues don't appear overnight. They develop gradually through neglected oil changes, chronically low oil levels, oil starvation events, or simply years of accumulated wear. What makes this warning sign so dangerous is that your brain slowly adapts to it. The sound becomes familiar, and the familiar becomes normal, and it turns into something you stop noticing. Until one day the engine is making a noise that's impossible to ignore. Any new metallic sound, persistent ticking, startup rattle, or knocking noise deserves investigation. because engines rarely get quieter when something is wrong. They usually get more expensive. Our next warning sign is even easier to dismiss, because many Honda owners assume it's nothing more than bad gas or worn spark plugs. Now let's get into the signs that deserve your attention immediately. 2. Rough idle, misfires, or loss of power. The next most dangerous Honda warning sign isn't a loud noise or a flashing temperature gauge. It's when the engine simply stops feeling like itself. Maybe your Accord starts vibrating at a stoplight. Your Civic suddenly hesitates when you accelerate. Or your CR-V feels noticeably slower merging onto the highway than it did a few months ago. At first, most owners blame bad gas. And to be very honest with you, sometimes they're right. But here's the simple rule I want you to remember. If the symptom only happens once, pay attention. If it keeps happening, please start investigating. For example, if your Honda idles rough, but smooths out completely once you're driving, that often points toward carbon buildup, vacuum leaks, or air-fuel mixture issues. If the hesitation shows up mainly during hard acceleration, ignition coils, spark plugs, or fuel delivery problems become more likely. And if the check engine light starts flashing during a misfire, that's no longer a watch it and see situation. That's a stop stressing the engine immediately situation. On many direct injection Hondas, especially the Accord 1.5T, CR-V 1.5T, and Civic 1.5T, the carbon buildup can slowly accumulate on the intake valves because fuel never washes over them. The progression is surprisingly predictable. First comes a slightly rough idle. Then you get occasional hesitation, followed by random misfires that seem to disappear. And finally, one day the check engine light decides it's had enough. And the part that many owners miss is that the symptom matters less than the trend. Is it getting worse? Is it happening more often? Is the engine behaving differently than it did 3 months ago? These simple questions often tell you more than the symptom itself, because rough running can be something relatively minor, or it can be your engine's first warning that a much larger problem is developing underneath. And the number one warning sign is the one that destroys more Honda engines than almost anything else. 1. Overheating or unexplained coolant loss. If there's one warning sign that should immediately get your attention, it's overheating or unexplained coolant loss. Because unlike some engine problems that develop gradually over months or years, overheating can turn a perfectly repairable Honda into a major repair bill in a surprisingly short amount of time. And the warning signs often start small. Maybe the temperature gauge begins creeping higher than normal during traffic. Maybe you notice coolant disappearing from the reservoir, even though you can't find a visible leak. Some owners also smell a sweet odor after driving, while others receive an overheating warning that seems to disappear once the engine cools down. Many drivers assume that if the car starts running normally again, the issue must have fixed itself. Well, no, it did not. In reality, your Honda's cooling system is designed to maintain a very specific operating temperature. Once that system starts failing, engine temperatures can rise rapidly and create damage that isn't always immediately visible. The causes can, however, vary. A failing water pump may no longer circulate coolant properly. A damaged radiator can reduce cooling efficiency. A stuck thermostat may prevent coolant from flowing where it needs to go. Leaking hoses, cracked components, or internal head gasket problems can also allow coolant to escape and compromise the entire system. And while each of those failures starts differently, they often lead to the same outcome: excessive heat. And that's exactly why experienced mechanics take cooling system issues so seriously. Many major engine failures don't just begin with broken internal components. They begin with heat. Heat can warp cylinder heads, damage head gaskets, weaken seals, accelerate wear, and create repair bills that are dramatically more expensive than fixing the original cooling problem. And unfortunately, the most common mistake owners make is continuing to drive. The gauge rises a little, so they drive home. The coolant warning appears, so they plan to check it next weekend. The engine overheats once, so you simply assume it was a one-time event. But that's exactly how small cooling system problems become major engine failures. If your Honda is overheating, losing coolant without explanation, or showing repeated temperature-related warnings, stop driving it as soon as it's safe to do so and diagnose the cause immediately. And if this made you check your temperature gauge, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. Because overheating doesn't damage engines in a slow or gradual process. It damages them right now. Now, if you're watching this and thinking, my Honda is doing one of these things, the first step is simple. Don't panic. A warning sign doesn't automatically mean your engine is about to fail tomorrow. In many cases, catching a problem early is exactly what prevents a major repair later. Start by paying attention to what you're noticing. Is the noise only happening during cold starts? Is the oil level dropping between changes? Does the rough idle happen all the time or only occasionally? The more information you can gather, the easier diagnosis becomes. Next, check the basics. Verify your oil level, coolant level, and look for anything unusual under the hood. If a warning light is on, scan the vehicle for diagnostic trouble codes as soon as possible. Most importantly, don't fall into the trap of waiting for the problem to become serious enough to investigate, because that's usually when repairs become expensive. The owners who save the most money aren't the ones with perfect Hondas. Instead, they're the ones who respond early when something doesn't seem right. And that's it for today. But what are your thoughts? What's the highest mileage Honda you've ever owned, and what major repairs, if any, did it need along the way? Drop your experience in the comments because I read every one. And remember, most serious engine failures start as small problems. Catching them early is often the difference between a simple repair and a replacement engine. Drop a comment on any engine trouble you have had. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.